Well, we don't know a lot right now. What we do know is that this morning police got a call right around 2:30 from a man who said he heard gunfire coming from upstairs the complex that he lived in on St. Anthony Avenue here in St. Paul. That was all the information that man gave dispatchers before hanging up. And when police got to the scene, they did find a man with a handgun upstairs. We don't know what led up to the shooting, but police tell us that at some point, those officers that responded were forced to fire. The BCA van sits, parked outside 905 St. Anthony Avenue in St. Paul early Sunday morning, and caution tape surrounds the rest of the block just north of I-94. Investigators walk in and out of a complex where just hours earlier, gunfire was heard.
My mother even called me because she woke up from the house and asked me what was going on outside because it sounded so close.
Terrell lives just up the street and says he was outside at the time and heard the gunfire.
But the characteristic that was different about the shots is it wasn't nothing of a panic shot where we're hearing, people run around shooting, or if the cops are reacting to, active fire. Nothing like that. It was actually slow, crisp train shots.
According to St. Paul police, the caller said shots were coming from the second floor. When officers got to the scene, they found a man with a handgun. Police say at some point officers fired, killing that man.
No officer ever wants to be involved in a situation like this. It's something that changes them forever, and obviously impacts the families involved in this, and our heart goes out to them. It's a tragic situation.
A situation that people in the neighborhood say doesn't happen often.
No, it's not common, but it's unfortunate.
Every time it does happen, John Thompson of the New North in Minneapolis is there. Sundays just happen to be down the street from his house.
And I say this time and time again, this won't be the last one this summer, man. This is like there'll never be a rerun of this episode of this movie that you see every summer. There'll always be a new episode. Let's talk about how we can stop this from happening in our community.
A community that neighbors say had been relatively quiet up until the shots rang out early Sunday morning. And again, still a lot of questions from this morning's shooting. Police did tell us that no one else was involved in this shooting. We also do know that the officers that were involved have been put on a standard administrative leave. They were wearing body cameras at the time those body cameras were recording. That recording and any other evidence and interviews has been turned over to the BCA so it can continue its investigation.